Hey guys, Eerie is here and welcome along to another video. Before we begin the video today, just a little plea from me. If you are watching the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please go down to the link below this video and click that subscribe button. It really helps me out, it really helps the channel out, and I've given myself a goal of getting to 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you could do that, it would really help me out. So today's video is all about Daily Race A. So I don't often do Daily Race A, mainly because I've only had the Eerie Is account. But now we've got the Eerie Isn't account, I am going to jump in there and we're going to see how we get on. So this is Group 4, and you've got a number of Group 4 cars that you can use. They're all front wheel drive, so you've got the Peugeot, you've got the Audi TT, you've got the Megane, and I think you've got the Scirocco. We're in the Peugeot for this one, and we're at Monza, which is notoriously bad for horrendous crashes and just terrible driving all around. So that's why we're in the Eerie Isn't account, and I wanted to go and see how bad it really was. So I'm going in. And before we jump to the video, actually, just one more thing. You will notice a few continuity issues. It's the morning right now, but I filmed those in the evening. So last night I was on daddy daycare because the missus was out, so I had to take my opportunities. So if you've got kids out there, especially young kids, you know you've got to act quick when you've got an opportunity. So there was a small window after he went to bed and probably when he was going to kick off and wake back up that I could get in some racing. So I thought, rather than doing an intro and outro, I thought I'd use that time wisely, get some racing in, and then I would fill it the next morning. Hence why I'm wearing my golf stuff and it's morning rather than the evening. So that's just a quick note there, but let's go to the race. Okie dokie then, here we go. For probably the only Daily Race A I've ever enjoyed. Well, I've enjoyed them so far. So first things first, just to get off the line, we've got to do lots and lots of stuff in not much time. Go. Right, get the traction control off, get the radar on, here we go. So we want to try and move to the inside if possible, but I don't think we're going to have any room here. That guy's going in deep. A little bit of contact up ahead. Someone is way off in the gravel. But not a disastrous start. We're still in the slipstream of the pack, which is the main thing. An Audi in and amongst a lot of Peugeots here. I was never going to go for that move there. I just wanted to see my braking point, to be honest. I didn't want to arrive at turn 2 with a head of steam crashing into everyone. Can't really afford that in short breaks like this. So these cars are actually great fun. As the Spaniard goes off up ahead, he's going to lose all his momentum here. What side are you going, brother? Let's see. That probably wasn't ideal from my point of view. Thankfully I'm still ghosted. Letting everyone through. Oh, I am ghost. Get a boost, appreciate it. Right, so we've got a bit of work to do here. I think he got a penalty there, which is why he gave me a whack. Or did he already have one? Don't know. Right, so we've got a lot of work to do here to get back up. I was trying to be a bit more conservative, but well, I then was a bit silly and decided to go down the outside of the Scari. So, mental note, don't do that, kids. Right. So, pass from downtown there, back up to 9th. What have we got up there? 6th, 5th, 4th, all in that one group. So I think that's going to have to be our new target this one. To be honest, I've done a few of these races on this account, and this is the worst it's gone so far. Of course it has. I'm recording a video for it. Spaniard's off again. And it looks like someone has been given the blame for that one. 2.5 second penalty up ahead for the Belgian. So I think realistically 4th is going to be the best we can hope for in this one. So let's see if we can get that. Unless people start getting penalties. So that's a nice easy move up to 7th. Ooh, someone else has had a penalty. Maybe 3rd is what we're going to go for in this one. I haven't got long to do it. So I'm going to have to make quick work of the Brit and the Irishman up in front. Break at the 100 metre board here. Down to 3rd, just be patient, and then go. Because when you put your foot down in these cars, they just end up going forward. There's no turning. You cannot accelerate and turn at the same time. Fastest lap for us here, so that's a good start. Let's see if we can do another downtown. No, it wasn't on. So, the Irishman's jumping around all over the place there. Right, slow progress. Come on, Rory. Got to get a move on here. Oh, couldn't get out of the way in time. And there's contact, so we are going to get a run here though. Someone up in front has got a penalty. Is that one up in front or 2 up in front have got penalties? I'm hoping to hang on as well to the slipstream of the Irishman. And the leaders, you can probably just see them in the distance there, side by side, so all bodes well. Come on. So the Irishman's internet, I think, has got him a penalty there, because I didn't actually see that he did anything wrong. Right, I need to be in this toe for this final lap. No longer the holder of the fastest lap. The Spaniard has absolutely smashed that by 7/10 of a second. Coming in rather hot there. A bit sloppy from me, to be honest. Sorry about that, Irishman. I think I over-egged my ability here. The Brit's coming up the inside, but I think he's got himself a penalty. Saw him at the last moment, that's why you need that radar on, kids. Yeah, not ideal because it just, you know, cost me more time. We will take 5th here though, as the Irishman serves his penalty. And somebody else has served their penalty as well. Just got nowhere to go. Into the wall. That would have been such a big accident had that been in real life, or an iRacing or anything else. cannot believe how badly this race has gone. But this is a good thing about these types of videos. Warts and all, real emotion, real reaction. Oh. We can't go out like that though. I am going to have to go again. 100%. What a terrible race. Right. Race number 2. Can't go as bad as race number 1. We're starting in 5th for this one. I'm not sure if we had any A drivers in the last one, but starting to get a bit closer, which is good. So we need to do the old switcheroo before we start again. Traction control on 1. Go, go, go. Get that radar on. Again, we find ourselves on the outside, which is not really what we want. Someone's coming in hot. Oh, it's a bit... Pinballs. Pinballs. Just avoid getting a penalty at this stage. There's cars everywhere. There's Peugeots everywhere. Right, again, take to the inside here. I don't want to overtake anyone, really. It's all just very congested at the moment. Excuse me, gents. One's off. So up to 6th now. I got hit from behind. Right. Okay. Okay. This guy served a penalty. Oh, I squeeze up the inside of him. Because he gets swallowed by the pack. Easy on the throttle here, because then you floor it coming out of this bit to give yourself a better run down the straight, which we've managed to get here. Where's he going? Right, he's giving us the inside, which is fine, but he's got the slipstream of the Swiss ahead, so we might have to double dip here. No, we're too far back. Bit of contact. He's alright though. Got a cheeky SR down, that's no more than I deserve. And the front two are off. Off to the races. We're apparently down here, so that's fine. I'm going to go this way. Hopefully he comes back across. Good man. Right. Right, got them both. Look at that pack behind. Good grief. So up to 3rd, good. Elbows out a little bit, you can see him creeping in there on the radar, so we're going to go to the inside. Give him the space if he needs it. Right. So the 2 up ahead are battling, and that's who we really want to get after here. We want to not really worry about the guy behind if we can still help it. Driving like that is not going to help our cause at all. All this. Keeping it levelled. That is so bad. Watch the pack. No! Oh. Why in videos does this have to happen? I suppose this is, you know, this is true Gran Turismo, isn't it? This is what you guys out there are also experiencing, so I suppose it's promising on that front. Spaniard's gone well wide there. Patient, patient, patient. Early flip up to fourth. Right, so who's at the front of that pack? Is that third? I think it must be third. There's going to be a winding snake down the straight here. As everyone's in everyone else's slipstream. So be careful at our arrival speed because we have like a quadruple slipstream. So driving, oh, sorry, not driving, arriving. Hot, braking very early. Right, let's see if we can dispatch the Spaniard in front, who's going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4 car slipstream, so it could be quite difficult. Then we have a 5 car slipstream, so you know the advantage is there. Try and give him the space there. Rubbing is racing, as they say. Woosah. Woosah. So he's put his brake on there. Wow. Lucky I didn't leave my nose in there. Right, it's not good for the old momentum. Coming down towards the parabolica, but now I need to overtake that guy. I need to. It's a unique line there from the Spaniard. It's fine, it's giving us a car to slipstream as we come here to start the final lap. Some pretty miserable lap times being posted by myself here. Again, snaking down the front straight. Go, go, go. I'm just stuck. This is not good, guys. Again, this is what these videos are. Real reactions, real emotions. And I've just driven like an absolute, is that a pen? Like an absolute donkey. There's just nothing I can do. So much for a better result in this next one. Oh, well, that aged well, didn't it? So, yeah, I watched it back as well whilst you were watching it there, and my reactions to it is that, well, it wasn't actually my greatest set of races. I had done a few before, as I said, and I actually had really, really good races in it, and I won a bunch of them. But of course, as soon as I turn on the camera and show you guys, it all goes terribly wrong. But that's the good thing about these new types of videos, I think, and it's really, really important to note. Whilst there's a perfectionist in me that is still, you know, a little bit unsure about these videos, and thank you for the kind comments on yesterday's video to everyone who was saying they actually prefer this style, which was a real surprise to me. And there is no hiding here. So everything that went wrong in there, You know, you saw my raw emotion, you saw what I said, how I felt, and exactly what went wrong. I couldn't cover it over with a script or anything like that. It was the real deal. So I really hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit uncomfortable to race and probably a little bit uncomfortable to share, but it's another bit of content for you guys. I'm really trying to get into a groove with this and give it a good go. So please let me know, as always, what you think in the comments down below. And I'm going to end the video there, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember, if you haven't subscribed and you want to help us get to our 30k goal, please click the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.